Morning everyone, Chris here. It's been a busy couple of weeks. I haven't washed a car in over a month. That's how busy it's been. A lot has happened in the last few weeks. I want to bring you guys up to speed on some of that. But first let's start with washing up the X6. Okay, this thing's dirty as hell, but I gotta get it out of the way. I'm gonna dry this thing off camera, and then I'll talk to you guys a little bit. Got it all dried and wiped down. I've been doing this CS3 coating from Adams after the wash. It acts as a waterless wash, to be honest, but I use it because it has the SiO2 properties to it. Plus it helps me get any parts that I might have missed during the initial wash. So the X6 got a much needed bath. She's looking pretty good. All right, let me talk about what's been going on. You can see the toy box is a little bit unorganized compared to what it normally is. All of this crap here is from my garage at my house. I did finally, after 9 years, when I bought the home, I did have a epoxy flooring installed, and the gentleman that did it went out of business shortly after that, and the thing just kind of deteriorated over the last 5 years or so. So I went ahead and employed the boys who did this coating to do my house, and I did this exact same color as well. I picked up a new commuter, I guess you can call it. I got a Honda Civic hatchback. It wasn't that expensive at all, actually. It cost less, honestly, it cost less than the taxes did on the Turbo S. So I picked this up about maybe 4 weeks ago or so. Brought the boys up north in it, and I've just been using it to travel back and forth to work. While my garage was getting redone, I had to park outside, so I had this guy parked outside while the X6 and the other ladies were parked inside, nice and safe. We do have something cool coming in. Probably about 3 weeks, I would guess. I've talked about it before on the channel, and trying to find one wasn't a problem, but trying to find one that a dealership was willing to sell at MSRP seemed to be a challenge to itself. Found one from our dealer in Red Wing. I won't name names, you can probably figure it out. Had an agreed price at MSRP, and then it was getting ready to sign the paperwork, and they put a $10,000 upcharge on there. So pulled the plug on there, called our buddies over at Carousel, and they helped us out, and they found one for us, one that was coming in that wasn't sold yet. So I won't explain what that is just yet. We'll have to wait for another video for that, but that is coming in about 3 weeks. You guys have all seen the Taycan. I love this car. I'm considering selling some cars. Now hear me out. The X6 is one of my favorite cars. BMW makes an amazing car, so that might be on the chopping block, but also, unfortunately, maybe, unlikely, but possibly, the Hellcat might be on the chopping block as well. Now, don't get me wrong on this one. It's a really great car. I love this thing. I love the sound. I love the looks. Like the Honda, you know, driving this thing around for the last 4 weeks, I haven't even touched the BMW. Getting out of the Honda and into the X6 was what you would expect for a car that costs 4 times as much as a Honda. Same could be said for the Challenger. Again, I absolutely love this car. There's things about it that kind of bug me. For example, if my, it's not going to do it now because the key I think is in here. Let me see if I can replicate this for you real quick. This is me nitpicking. Let's say I lock the car. I go into the post office, I'm going to come back out. As soon as, so in theory, you touch this, like this, or like this, I guess, and it unlocks. See that? But if I come over here and I do that right away, or if I do that, see, it's jamming right now. It wants to open up, but because I pulled on the lever too fast, she's not gonna. So you have to sit and do this, which she's not even registering until you do that. I don't know. It's just nitpicking. There's just small things that I'm trying to convince myself. If you haven't figured that out yet, I'm trying to convince myself to get rid of this. And the only reason why I would is to free up some cash for my plans for the future, which I mentioned the Taycan about 30 seconds ago. I kind of like that Cross Turismo. Maybe it's because I got this hatchback now, and I don't know. I like the new Taycan Cross Turismo a lot, and Carousel has an allocation for a Taycan Cross Turismo 4, not the 4S, which I think is fine. I would make it my daily driver, and I really hate having an expensive daily driver. That's why I put so much effort into like the Turbo S back here and the Challenger, because I don't drive that every single day. I drive it on special occasions, or I guess just when I feel like it. X6 is a very expensive daily driver, just like the Taycan Cross Turismo. So what I'm thinking about doing, selling the Challenger or trading it towards what's coming in about 3 weeks, trading the X6 on a Taycan Cross Turismo, which would come in about March, April timeframe. So it would get me a winter through with the X6 and the Honda. I don't know. I mean, I think we all get that itch to buy a new car or to do something new or to meet a new goal. And the problem with me is that itch doesn't go away until I scratch it. You know, I need to not think about it, but that's impossible for me. Like this, the Honda. Like, I was thinking about having my garage redone and having the car sit outside, and it's a car. I mean, whatever, it sits outside. But to me, you know, I think about worst case scenario. Like I had my kid's bike stolen the other week or the other month, and who's gonna come by and maybe vandalize my car? I don't know. So that was another reason why I pulled the trigger on the Civic, but mainly, again, it was just for commuting to and from work. So I put the, I don't know, 600 miles a month on this versus that, or any one of the ladies. But again, I understand cars are made to be driven. I don't know. There's a lot going on inside my head right now for all this. But let me know what you guys think. I don't think there'll be a single person that'll say sell the Challenger. I don't even know if I want to anymore. Looking at it, I was totally game about 3 days ago, but I don't know. It's such a sweet car. There's just things about it that bug me, like some cheap things, I should say. Like I mean, yeah, it's not a Porsche, it's not a German, you know, it's not an Audi, but everything's just kind of cheap. The backup camera is probably the worst in the industry. Just wanted to share with you guys what's been going on here recently. Work's been kicking my ass, but it's a good thing. You know, we got 100 projects going on at once. I don't know. Okay, well, I got plans this afternoon, so I'm gonna go ahead and wash up the Civic. I think it hasn't been washed yet. I'm gonna keep the X6 here for a little bit. I'm probably gonna drive the Challenger home. That'll convince me to keep it. I'm positive. Let me know what you guys think about what you think is coming in 3 weeks. It's I'll give you a hint. It's not a car. It's a vehicle, but it's not a car. Let me know what you think about the Taycan Cross Turismo. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's because it looks like a Cayenne to me, but like shorter and sportier. Plus it's electric, which is kind of has my attention or interest recently. What do you guys think of this new daily commuter? It's a sweet car, don't get me wrong. For 24,000 bucks? I mean, yeah, talking about cheap. You know, talking about the Challenger being cheap, but I don't know, it's a nice little car. One more thing before I go. Not only am I thinking about getting rid of the Challenger, but I am thinking about replacing it. For whatever reason, in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the Nissan GTR has really caught my eye. I test drove one in the past, and I really liked it, but like the Challenger, I thought that the interior was too cheap for what you paid. It was like $2,000 back in 2012 or something like that. And just, I don't know, cheap materials on the dash. I was used to driving, you know, Mercedes and the high-end Germans that $100,000 gets you more than just a motor and a fast car. You know, it gets you the high-quality materials on the dash and the door panels, and gets you the quiet ride. I don't. I shouldn't do anything. This car is so sweet. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I really don't know. I'm trying to save some money, just to spend money, because it's what I do. Alright, well, that's this week's update for you guys. Stay tuned for more videos. If I'm going to get rid of that Challenger, I got to launch it, so it's in the rules somewhere, I think, right? But alright guys, as always, I appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks.